We got a game releasing its 4th set ready to go, so you know what that means? Values are going to absolute zero. Oh, sorry. Wrong box. Wrong box. We have an Ursula's Return box opening, the 4th Disney Lorcana set released from Ravensburger, and it's time to have the tough conversation. As we open this box for Mr. CH, channel member, thank you so much for buying this box and hanging out. And I want to talk about what's going on with the secondary market of Ursula's Return, why everything is tanking, and get into what I think the future of this game is. So as much as singles prices and box prices might be going down, there's some crazy numbers that you can hit in these box. You can hit some of these crazy enchanted cards, and I have to get into it. And of course, we have to have a topical conversation as we look at the beautiful purple packs that are Ursula's Return. Normally, I've been keeping the packs in the box for Lorcana box openings, but not today, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here and let's talk Ursula's Return. Now, Ursula's Return, the fourth release for Disney Lorcana, came out to, well, not exactly massive fanfare. We saw the lowest number of cards sold on TCG Player. Oh my gosh, do we have something fancy already? Is this first pack magic? Is this first pack magic? We saw the lowest number of cards sold on TCG Player. Everybody was down. Nobody believed. The rare Mickey. Oh, they get me every time. They get me every time with the card in the back here. Let's pull out the rares too, just so we can make sure Mr. CH gets everything sent their way. But it came out to less than stellar performance on the secondary market, and a lot of that originally was due to the fact that, hey, game stores finally got notification you can't ship this stuff out early. Ooh, we have the Aurora right away, the super, there we go. Okay, little hit there, little hitski. Ooh, the Ariel. And while these cards are iconic and people are having a blast with them, they're seeing their play in some of the more popular meta decks as competitive players for the early on Disney Lorcana events race to get their singles to add to their decks. We do see that the collectability for the 4th set seems to be, experiencing what we'll call a bit of a downward swing, as we have the Ursula right in front of us, into the Fang, and then, ooh, okay, Beloved Steed. That's, gosh, what a really gorgeous foil. But even with all this being the case, the market couldn't hold up to previous sets, and not only have we seen a lower price per box and a price per single on average than other Disney Lorcana releases, we're also seeing less demand, and that's not a reason to panic. We talk a lot on this channel about when TCGs need to panic and when they don't, and I firmly believe, and I will restate my belief here, because I still think this is Disney Lorcana's best bet. This is a game that lives on shelves extremely well. This is a game that when people walk in and they see Disney IP and their favorite characters, they just feel comfortable buying. You have a good time cracking the packs, opening these boxes, and hitting the Sisu. There we go. Okay, the legendary hit right off the top. Not the best, but I think the second best legendary in the set. So there we go. Major value coming through right there. And the Pete and the super rare foil. So I really think there's a combination of things going on here, but I don't think this is reason to panic. And what I was getting at before we hit kind of a hot pack there is this is where Disney Lorcana lives best. Available, and oh, let's go! I know it's not valuable, but the art is insane. That card looks so good. It's vibrant, it's iconic. The Mickey Mouse, we're heating up here. We got a couple legendaries going in the box opening, and this is perfect example of what I'm talking about. While it doesn't toe the line that other TCGs do as well, I think the leaning into the Disney IP, the iconic nature of the cards and characters are going to help carry this product a long way down the road. Now, that does not mean, ooh, look at that, Minnie Mouse, shout out Minnie Mouse. That does not mean that this product is safe from criticism. This is clearly the Disney Lorcana set that has performed the least spectacularly since release, and that's okay. Not every set is going to be a winner. Sometimes they're Bruno, and frankly, we don't talk about them. But that's going to happen, and that's just the normal life cycle of TCGs. And while it is going to be important to remember this has not been the best of times, I would expect that this isn't the worst of times. And one of the reasons goes beyond the value of the box and the price of the cards inside the box. I've talked, ad nauseum throughout this video as we see the Goofy and in other videos on the channel about the idea of Disney Lorcana living on shelves. And when the box becomes more and more affordable and you're kind of riding the hype wave, you do have an opportunity for more of your, younger demographic to jump in, buy some packs of the new set, play with their friends. Ooh, we have the Hades, the legendaries in this box, kind of coming through here. Hades, not a bad hit here. Again, whoa, look at that pack. Let's go. What is this pack? And the Peter Pan soup. CH, baby, you're coming out ahead. And stuff like this, even without the value, that iconic nature and the affordability of the box on the shelf, I think is going to go a long way in helping Disney Lorcana. But I will caution you, this is not just a Lorcana shill, bullishly optimistic, everything is always great video. That's not what we do here. In fact, if you like what we do here, you like honest, actual takes about TCGs from a TCG fan, not a store owner, just a guy in his basement that likes cardboard, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're racing to 9K. But I really, really do believe that you cannot have multiple stinkers in a row. And that would be my cautionary tale for Disney Lorcana. And that doesn't mean, just 2 back-to-back. But they have to remember that even with the Disney IP, even in the world where they get to break so many of the normal TCG rules and print so many boxes and always have interest, ooh, Anna, very, very nice, and always have interest in their game and in their community, they do have to follow some of the community standards, if you will. We look back at the first set, wrapping your boxes, right? Getting your print run right. What the TCG community will do if you underprint product and it's popular. There will be sales and a secondary market and people just going after all of your boxes for value. You need to start keeping some of these things in mind because as Lorcana solidifies itself as a TCG, especially here in North America, they cannot fall trap to the everything we do is great mindset and we can't do anything wrong. Now, that being said, Ravensburger deserves some major credit because they, in my opinion, and we're going to talk about it, we're about to talk about it, they royally messed up the initial launch of the first chapter. It was vastly underprinted. They didn't wrap the box. There was, people reaching in, pulling out packs. There's questions of weighability, which, yeah, most things are weighable, but it's definitely more important when you can reach into the box and pull out packs. But they did quickly correct what I deem to be pretty drastic mistakes, and they deserve credit for that. Now, if Ursula's return is any indication of what a standard community interest is going to be in a set in the short term, I think we will need to look at the possibility, I say it here, the possibility of scaling back print runs slightly. And that is not to say the value of the box should come out and go up. I was talking on the May the Zuby With You podcast this week, a podcast I do with my friend over at Kitchen Table TCG on YouTube and our friend George. And it's a wonderful group of friends just chatting about TCGs. And I gotta say, it blows me away. When did we get into this universe? What is going on with this pack? Why is it like broken? When did we get into this universe where all these games have to come out and instantly their boxes have to become rare and go up in value? These things should be on the shelves. They should be out there for people to get in and play. And while, yes, there is an element of that with Disney Lorcana, you do have to toe that line. You cannot, as we said earlier, just say the rules aren't for you and print as many as you want for all time. Sooner or later, you need to start dialing in your numbers, making sure your community is satiated, collectability and value is still there, because for a game that models itself seemingly more after Pokemon than a lot of things, with your characters and connection to the IP and chase built in through that nostalgia, I think you cannot lose sight of what you are, and you need to maintain that relationship with your fan base. Wow, this is a really good pack too, and we got the Pegasus. That's just my opinion of Disney Lorcana. Again, that is not a doom and gloom. I think there are going to be good and bad sets. You guys know, if you follow around here, I'm a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel, and we just had Karlov Manor, the Magic the Gathering set that is, well, it's definitely one to forget, as the Magic set was a, let's just call it what it is. It was a flop. It was a flop, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, what cool Goofy art. Like, you didn't have anything like this. You get this in Lorcana, where it's not a valuable card. It's not crazy sought after. But man, I would love to just put that in a binder, because I'm a Goofy guy that loves him some Goofy. And while these other games have these failed, flopped sets, it's important to recover from that. It's important to stay the course, solve the problems as they arise, and just continue forward. I think Lorcana is going to do a great job of that. Ravensburger has given me a lot of faith that they will continue to make the changes necessary to build collectability and a great community. And let's face it, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The enchanted cards in this product are probably one of the very few cards that I would open out of a set released in 2024 and actually send to grade. Especially out of a new TCG. Let's go! Wait, we hit 2 of the top 3 legendaries. Let's go! Okay, this box totally redeemed itself. CH, here we are. We are at the end of the box. Last pack magic. If you stuck around this long, make sure you hit the like button and share this video on any social media platform where you talk about Disney Lorcana, watch box openings, or just with your friends, because any extra eyeballs on the channel helps as we race to 9,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for hanging out as we see the rows in the close into Treasures Untold and the Great Stone Dragon. This has been so much fun. The legendaries, look at this, really picked up. The legendaries really picked up at the end of this box. Big shout out to the legendary slot carrying a lot of weight here. Good work. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh CH. All of this is on its way to you with a couple extra goodies, so make sure you check inside that box. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you around. Goodbye.